All right. I think this has been fun, and I appreciate everybody. I'm going to throw it to the panel. Anything that you, Diane, I see you back. Do you have something to add?
I know that we want to give Allison a little chance there to stoke up the old championship, the Chapman
Yes,
Championship.
yes. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Why don't we do that right now? Allison, can you get in? Can you get in on this? I'm sorry, I was going to forget it.
I just wanted to let you know that the final decision on the events that will be included in this year's season championship, which we are keeping our fingers crossed, is still going to proceed this year. And so that's all going to get finalized with the Central Council tomorrow. So if you have any events that you want to have included in the season championship, they must be entirely open. Okay. They can't be just your club and the next club over. The other thing I wanted to mention is that hopefully again this year, we will run the new Racer Award. And as in previous years, the notification will come out on this, but this is for all those new sailors that you have that have been racing for 3 or less seasons. And I would say, don't count last season. And we use the race analysis to calculate that championship. So submit all those race results so that we can look at them and come up with the new Racer Award for 2021. And everybody keep your fingers crossed that we're going to be out of the green and into the full-on racing this year.
Great. Is that, Allison, just, I don't even know this. Is there something on the website that explains all of what is required and so on? Or is that, how would, as an individual regatta organizer that is part of this, where would we go to get more information, if there is any?
To get what kind of information?
Regarding the championship and how it's calculated and so on.
Oh, that will come out in the whole notice of event.
Okay.
And it's not going to be substantially different than it has been in previous years. And it's the usual scoring method that we've used previously. Now, everybody needs to know that we score it based on our perf low standard formula. Okay, so it doesn't matter what, as an individual event, you can score it however you want, and we do the scoring separately for the championship.
Okay, very good. Bill, I don't want you to comment about American politics, but whatever you want to say in terms of, other than that, what do you have to say? Bill, you're on mute.
No, I think we've pretty well covered everything that needs to be done. Everybody be safe this season, and well, if you practice social distancing, that means there'll be no contact protests, so that'll be good.
There we go.
No, seriously, just everybody be safe and enjoy. Remember, we do this for fun, and we sometimes forget that, but this is all supposed to be for fun, and as long as we're having fun, that's all that matters.
There you go. And we're all volunteers. We're all in this together.
I'd like to jump in here.
Well, you're not a volunteer, Dan.
No.
I am not a volunteer.
Diane, no, that's true. Diana is not.
I am not.
Okay. What are we having for lunch, Diana?
I know. Everybody wants to know what I'm ordering for lunch. I wanted to jump in and say thank you, Bill. A lot of the people attending today have no idea the amount of work he put into this. Trying to squish what we used to do in a whole day session. I mean, I know that a lot of it was sail measuring, etc. But trying to condense it down like this was quite the struggle. And he spent a lot of times, and I spoke to him at length about this. So thank you very much. You did a great job. I have a question. I'm going to get John Muir. I'm going to allow him to talk. John Muir, if you can unmute yourself.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Perfect. So, Bill, at the beginning, you said that Brian Thompson was around to keep the craziness out. Like, excuse me.
You're really gonna call me on that?
Well, maybe there's a new norm. And then I'm pleased as punch to see that Bill Visser still has no opinions about anything. He's quiet, reserved. Now, the rest of you, I don't know, but for some reason, you're all laughing and smiling. So I guess, Bill, the 2 Bs aren't that bad. Oh, 3 Bs, Bill, too. Anyways, for our team, Mischief, which is Amelgus 32 at National Yacht Club, part own of that sport boat fleet, I'd just like to say thank you for all you do. We appreciate you a lot.
Oh, we appreciate that. I tell my sailors, it's pretty lonely if you guys aren't out there with us. So, I can run races, but if you guys don't show up, I don't have any fun at all. So I appreciate it, John. Thank you very much.
John, you
Thank
probably
you.
don't. You probably
Yes,
don't appreciate Adam Ryan near you.
I was just going to comment my quote son there that I'm glad to see you're back, and you didn't get quarantined permanently down in Florida somewhere. So great to have you back, John.
Well, I still love you, Father. This is part of our team, right?
It's always good to know that your family's together, eh?
Exactly.
Okay, I like that comment. We have any more?
Hey, raise your hand, people, if you want to make any kind of comment. This is the time to do it.
Anything that we didn't cover that you would have liked to have seen us cover? Anything that we covered in too much detail that you would just as soon have had us leave out? No, I don't want to hear that. That's
I'm just going to throw in, Adam's been pinging on the Q&A, wanting to thank Diana, of course, for everything she does. She has the job of herding us cats, although I'm a dog person. And we should never forget the work that Sheena does, because she is the one doing a lot of the grinding work for us and dealing with certificates and that. And I would say all of the other people on Central Council, because at the end of the day, someone asked me what I do for fun, and I tell them I race sailboats, and then, oh yeah, I'm a handicapper too. And they go, what does that mean? And, at the end of the day, all we want to do is promote our sport. A lot of us spend time with, all sorts of sailing groups, whether it be being a race officer. Sailing takes a lot of people's time and effort to make sure the sport goes off as fun and useful. So I'd like to thank everyone that, I work with on this about the great work they do, but especially Diana. She'll slap us down when we're wrong.
I think we want to add to that. I am of the group that's here. Of all of us, I am the newcomer. I think I've been part of the organization for about 7-8 years or so, but the rest of you guys have all been well longer than me. And I was always impressed. This is a little backslapping here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I was always impressed from the very beginning how much work goes into what we do as an organization. I never realized that the amount of time and effort and analysis that went into not only the boat numbers, but the adjustment numbers and what we want to look at and how we want to analyze. I have pretty good contact with a couple of organizations down in Florida. And when I talk to them, I just shake my head and say, I don't know how they operate. No wonder they're not happy. But there's definitely an awful lot of effort that goes into this. All of the people whose faces I can see, plus all of Central Council and all of the technical advisors and Larry and Allison, of course, who has the unenviable spot of keeping the numbers together. It's just quite an organization. So I'll leave it at that. But I don't think that a lot of the sailors, perhaps the people who are attending the seminar, the handicappers know, but I don't think among our potentially 1,500 sailors that they have any any really good idea about it. They kind of think that we're having wild parties up here, and I've only been involved in one perf wild party, only one in the whole time that I've been out here. And the smoke-filled rooms, which I have never seen. I've never seen anybody working for their advantage at any of these meetings. So I'm very pleased to be a part of the organization, and that is what I will say. Now, I really do hope we have some other questions or comments, or is anybody unhappy with their perf number that they want to complain about it, please? No,
No.
I knew that would get something.
I do have one quick, what I call public service announcement. Jamie Dyke has taken over as Toronto East District Chair, and Andy Sharp has taken over for in the South Shore. So if you have any district questions, those are your two new people to talk to. And of course, Jamie, we've recycled a few times, so.
Very good. Well, if we had time, we're not going to get into it, but I do want to also comment. Owen has an extremely interesting analysis of wind on Lake Ontario. And
Should it be up on the site?
Is it on the site? See, I'm on there all the time. I don't know what it's there. But anyway, he has an analysis of.
We'll do that.
It's not there. It is there. Diana, you're shaking your head no?
No. Okay, we'll figure out how to get it there.
Okay, well, but we need his charming personality to explain all these things that are happening. So maybe the next time, if we do this online again, or if we do it in person, that's a component that I always enjoy. I always find it to be interesting. So, any other questions or comments?
John,
We're kind of having fun among ourselves here.
No. We our peak attendance was around 60 people, including our 6 panelists, and people have been dropping off a bit.
Yep.
But we're 31 attendees, 37 people online, and John Muir would like to talk again.
Okay.
Well, I'll let him talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, John, if you can unmute.
Thank you. So by coincidence, Owen,
Yes.
I had left all of my data for Lake Ontario and all the other places that Father Brian and I have raced with a friend of mine, and he's taken ill, and his family doesn't understand the value of that information.
Oh, wow.
So that's now history. So the great thing, Dad, Mr. Thompson, is that I'm starting from scratch. And I had just yesterday sent out a note to Ron Bianche asking if he could help me start assembling new data. So if I could get a hold of your information, Owen,
Sure.
The timing is perfect because I was kind of gobsmacked when I got a bunch of questions yesterday, and I didn't have the answers because, of course, I couldn't talk to my father.
Oh, okay.
Brian.
Yeah. John, just you can send me an email. Happy to get it. And full disclosure, my J80 fleet races out of National, so I'm down there a few times a year. And occasionally I will sub in on Adam's boat. So I'm down at your club often enough if you need me.
Could you tell me your email address?
Owen.
You guys can do that separately.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Owen's email would be on the website. He's
Yeah.
he's something over there. I'm not sure. So
Okay,
well, I guess we can unless there's any further questions or anything. Even when I offered to review an individual rating, nobody wanted to ask the question. So I guess we pretty well covered everything. Thank you, panelists. Thank you very much for all that you have done to help out. And thank you, Diana, as always, because nothing would happen without you around. And so I guess we can wrap this up, and thank you, attendees, because again, without you guys out there and gals, we don't really have too much of a sport. So,
Yep, and remember to give us feedback.
yes,
Feedback's always good.
good feedback. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything bad.
Send an email to
anything.
me and I pass all the information on.
Very good.
And
Thank you all.
Another thank you, yes, to Bill and Diana for all they've done to get this off the ground and get it going. So it was
Very
great.
good. Yes, well,
Thank
we did have quite a number of very nice conversations over these past couple of weeks, so. Okay,
Alrighty.
Okay.
bye, everyone. We'll be in
Bye.
touch.
All right.